도마델라 저는 공서 개부도 좀 보시고 그정도도 포비도네 드링데나라 페난게 군대 조고된지 지밀라초 디난신게 지든 조배 조조 조배 줄레나바 디난신게 산에서도기 줄레 조조 조배 줄레나바 디난신게 겐두나바조 디난신게 미마나바조 참말라 다시다와 니모바 Taksham Tulku Tapshu Tamala Tamdishu Joa Chapchi Ni Dring Duzi Mambu Wasabitone Kachin Senachida Anzuki Tadiche di da Anzu Isha Kari Rawadi Anzu Kyagachi Pezuchi Bade Naya Duzi Yuribu Tukiyoza Ani Tadechala Dang Aranzu Isha Rakyo di Tutame Bintoji Kyuna Chani Tamalapa Dola Pe any dinashing and Rumuchela, Pitch of Chase and Shui Damudilla Gonda. First of all, I would like to welcome distinguished guests and also the Tibetan Buddhist community. And today I'm going to read a couple of letters that was handed to us, to our organization, by the governors, senators, and congressmen, and also the proclamation letter that was sent to us by the governor and city of Minneapolis and city of St. Paul. First, we have governor's proclamation holding by Zinde Wigela. And if you want to read, then we can have it up there on the screen as well.
There are over 5,000 Tibetan Buddhists living in Minnesota. And on December 20th, 2006, Jolu Dorji was born in Columbia Heights, Minnesota. On April 8th, 2007, Gyabje Chushik Rinpoche recognized Dorji as the 8th reincarnation of the 17th century Tibetan Lama Derchen Daksham Ugin Samden Lingpa. The 8th Derchen Daksham Rinpoche is the only Tibetan Buddhist reincarnation born in Minnesota and the first born in the United States. Minnesota recognizes Tibetan Buddhism and its teachings on compassion, forgiveness, and peace, and its significance for our growing diverse state. His Eminence the 8th Daksham Rinpoche will be 18 years old on December 20th, 2024. Now, therefore, I, Tim Walz, Governor of Minnesota, do hereby proclaim this Friday, December 20th, 2024, as Derchen Daksham Rinpoche Day in the state of Minnesota. In witness hereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the great seal of the state of Minnesota to be affixated at the state capitol this 7th day of November.
Second, we have senators' recognition letter by Dawas Ringla.
Dear friends, thank you for the kind invitation to attend today's celebration in honor of His Eminence, Taksham Tulku Rinpoche. I join with family, friends, and the community in wishing him a new year of love, compassion, health, strength, and joy. As you commemorate this momentous occasion, I would like to recognize the significant role Taksham Tulku plays in the Tibetan Buddhist community. As one of the most important living Buddhist figures in the world, Minnesota is honored that His Eminence can call our state home. He continues to inspire others in his quest to become a leader of peace. I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize the Nyingmapa Taksham Buddhist Center and the greater Tibetan American community in Minnesota for hosting today's celebration and sharing your heritage, traditions, and culture. Tibetan Americans have made and continue to make countless positive contributions in Minnesota, and our state is better because of you. Thank you, again, for the invitation to join today's celebration. I look forward to working with you to build a brighter future for all Minnesotans, and I am proud to serve you in the United States Senate. Sincerely, Amy Klobuchar.
Next, we have Congresswoman Ilan Omar's congratulatory letter holding by Tenzin Dardanla.
Dear friends, Thank you for the kind invitation to join you all in celebrating the 18th birthday of His Eminence, the 8th Taksham Rinpoche. I am saddened that I cannot join you for today's celebration, but please know I have you all in my thoughts during this jubilant day. As you all are undoubtedly familiar, on December 20th, 2006, Jolo Dorji was born, and less than a year later, he would be recognized by the 5th head of the Nyingma lineage as the 8th Derchen Taksham Rinpoche. It is an incredible honor that Jolo Dorji was born in Columbia Heights, Minnesota, becoming the first Tibetan Buddhist reincarnation born in our state. I am grateful that the Nyingma Taksham Buddhist Center takes this day to celebrate the 18th birthday and enthronement of His Eminence. I would also like to recognize the efforts that the center has taken to serve the needs of the Tibetan and American Buddhist communities, along with advocating for policy to support the community's needs. I am so glad to have the Nyingma Taksham Buddhist Center in Minnesota's 5th Congressional District. Thank you for inviting me to celebrate today and for all the work you do to advocate for the interest of Tibetans and American Buddhists everywhere. I'm thinking of you all and sending love as I join you in wishing a happy birthday to His Eminence, the 8th Taksham Rinpoche. Sincerely, Ilhan Omar.
Next, we have Congresswoman Betty McClellan's congratulatory letter holding by Keleto Jela.
Dear Tegyal, thank you for inviting me to join you at the 8th birthday celebration of His Eminence, the 8th Taksham Rinpoche. I regret that I am not able to join you in person, but I share my solidarity and best wishes with you all today. As you gather to celebrate these two special occasions, let us hold close in our thoughts His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's message of peace, justice, love, and compassion. Through the years, I have been blessed and inspired by his wisdom, humility, and sense of humor. For His Eminence, the 8th Taksham Rinpoche's special milestone, I wish him good health, much happiness, and prosperity in his 18th year. And I wish you all a continued success in bringing peace and harmony to the world. Sincerely, Betty McCollum, Member of Congress.
And then we have Minneapolis proclamation letter holding by Lamo Domala.
There are over 3,000 Tibetan Buddhists living in Minnesota, and on December 20th, 2006, Jolo Dorji was born in Columbia Heights, Minnesota, and on April 8th, 2007, was recognized as the 8th Derchen Taksham Rinpoche by Gyabje Drusik Rinpoche. The 8th Derchen Taksham Rinpoche is the only Tibetan Buddhist reincarnation born in Minnesota and the first in the United States. His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama gave the young Taksham Rinpoche his name, Denzin Gyume Tine Dorji, and made aspirations for his long life and Dharma activities. Derchen Taksham Rinpoche has been recognized by His Holiness the Sakya Trinzin and His Holiness the Karmapa, besides numerous other high Buddhist lamas. The city of Minneapolis recognizes Tibetan Buddhism and its teachings on compassion, forgiveness, and tolerance, and its significance for our growing diverse city. On April 24, 2016, the city of Minneapolis passed a resolution congratulating the opening of the 8th Derchen Taksham Rinpoche's Nyingma Taksham Buddhist Center in Minnesota. His Eminence, the 8th Taksham Rinpoche, will be 18 years old on December 20th, 2024. The city of Minneapolis strives to be an inclusive and welcoming home to all residents and guests, and joins the Tibetan Buddhist community on recognizing the approach of Derchen Taksham Rinpoche Day. Now, therefore, I, Jacob Frey, Mayor of the City of Minneapolis, do hereby proclaim November 9th, 2024 as Derchen Taksham Rinpoche Day in the City of Minneapolis.
And then we have, finally, St. Paul's proclamation letter holding by Tenzin Tenla.
This proclamation is from Mayor Melvin Carter, the mayor of St. Paul, and the proclamation reads, "Whereas our community is home to the Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota, and that over 5,000 Tibetan Buddhists live across the state, and whereas the city of St. Paul recognizes Tibetan Buddhism and its teachings on compassion, forgiveness, and tolerance, and its significance for our growing diverse city, and whereas Jolo Dorji was born in Columbia Heights, Minnesota on December 20th, 2006, and on April 8th, 2007, was recognized as the 8th reincarnation of a 17th century Tibetan Lama, Terchen Taksham Ojin Samten Lingpa by Jabje Chushi Rinpoche, and whereas the 8th Terchen Taksham Rinpoche is the only Tibetan Buddhist reincarnation born in Minnesota, and the first born in the United States, and whereas His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama gave the young Taksham Rinpoche his name Dinzen Jeme Chulin Doji and made aspirations for his long life and Dharma activities, and was also recognized by the 5th head of the Ngaju Nima lineage Jabje Chushi Rinpoche and head of the Sacha lineage His Holiness the Sacha Chunze, along with numerous other high Buddhist lamas. And whereas Taksham Rinpoche currently attends high school, loves playing football and basketball, listening to hip-hop music while continuously practicing calligraphy and learning and memorizing sacred scriptures and teachings of Buddha. And whereas as completing his public education in traditional Buddhist studies, Taksham Rinpoche intends to offer Buddhist teachings at his non-profit education center called Nyimapa Taksham Buddhist Center in Columbia Heights. Whereas His Eminence, the 8th Taksham Rinpoche, will be 18 years old on December 20th, 2024, and we join members from across our community in celebrating this momentous occasion. Now, therefore I, Melvin Carter, Mayor of St. Paul, do hereby proclaim November 9th, 2024 to be Terchen Taksham Rinpoche Day in the city of St. Paul. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of St. Paul to be affixed this 9th day of November in the year 2024. Signed by Mayor Melvin Carter.
All right, these are all the letters that was handed to us by the dignitaries, and now I would like to have them handed over to Rinpoche Sho. Thank you.
First of all, thank you so much. Taking this opportunity, we also would like to extend our heartfelt and gratitude to senators, governor, and the Congress for their support and their lovely message for Rinpoche. We always humble and honored by their support and their kindness toward us and towards the Tibetan cause. Once again, thank you.